Well, hello and welcome back to my channel. Okay, I've cut all the cards as per usual before I come on. Okay, so I'll need to do shuffle them. So thanks very much for all your subscribing and your comments as usual. So I want to ask today, seeing as we're coming into August, the end of next week, I want to ask what is in store for us. Well, we do want to do it already for August. So what's in store for the people of the world in August? I get a new set of cards, so I'll show you them later on. I've not really, I've went through them, but I need to kind of get my energy on them, you know. So, but I've been looking at them and wanting them for a wee while, so I'll let you see them. So, what's in store for this Avril, for the world? So what's in store? What's in store? Oops. So, in the UK, I think it was Friday for England and possibly Wales, it were mandated to wear their masks. Scotland were mandated before that. That's a whole different ballgame. So I am going to ask what this is all about, okay? Because I think even in States and America are getting mandated. And I'm not quite... what's the word? Because I don't want the channel banned, you know. I'm not quite with all this mandating the people, okay, because that's infringing on human rights and stuff like that. For a CV19, that is almost, well, it's almost gone in Scotland, yet we're mandated, you know. So I've got my own thoughts in it, just, well, feelings, obviously, because I go with my feelings. But I don't really want to say this and this, because this is what's happening next month. So what's happening next month? What's going to happen next month? What's going to happen next month? I don't want it to come out. It's upside down, as you can see. So have you all been? So I know that the subscriber number's been up. I'm not one of these people who go like and subscribe, like and subscribe. If you want to subscribe, you subscribe. If you don't, you don't. But I'm glad that you're subscribing it, because it tells me that you're getting something from the channel. So I've actually got another channel, an AuthorTube channel, that I haven't had time to even update, but that's coming in August, so I'll link that, and then you can actually see what I look like. But then again, you might not want to, because I write historical fiction and I write fiction for young adults. That is what I enjoy doing. I've always enjoyed writing, and I've always enjoyed, you know, using my psychic abilities to help people. Even I do, you know, reiterate that I'm not a counsellor, I'm not a financier, you know what I mean? So I just like to help people when I can. So I did all my readings for all my wee people, my wee clients last week. Right, well, let's get some energy going. So what's in store for next month? Right, what's in store for next month? Oh God. Oh, that's upside down. Oh right, okay. I get right away, okay. I've got my spirit guides are here with me today. I've got Archangel Raphael and my spirit guide is Zana, who I'll introduce you to later. I don't quite think you're ready to be introduced to Zana just now. So I got right away that come August we're going to be charging ahead, well, some of us, right? It's going to be all steam ahead. people are going to start going on holiday again. So, towards the end, this is coming, they're telling me towards the end of, well, this week coming and going into August, people are going to start charging ahead. They're going to start getting their lives back to some sort of normality. Now, I know that the politicians and people in the media, the mainstream media, are talking about, they keep talking about the new normal, right? So, if you're anything like me, and if you're watching this channel, I think you probably are, we can't let them get away with calling this the new normal, because there was nothing normal about this pandemic. There's nothing normal about shutting everything down and confining people to their houses, because it was actual house arrest, okay? So, so it's all speed ahead and it's all charging ahead. Businesses are opening. Well, I can talk for Scotland. Businesses are opening in Scotland. I am finally getting my hair done in a couple of weeks, thank goodness, because it was the person I wanted to do my hair. So, it'll take a while for businesses to recover, right? Obviously. But I think it's going to be up to the people. I'm being told it's up to the people to start going back in. And, you know, if you've got, like me, I've got a favourite hairdresser. I've got a hairdresser that I really, really trust to do my hair, and she does it very, very well. So that's why I've got to wait a few weeks, because she's all booked up already. So it's charging ahead. Just see if I can see anything else. And it looks as if it's full speed ahead, if you can see the card. Right, I'm just making sure you can see the card. It's like full speed ahead. Let's get things going. Let's get things going. Full speed ahead. You know. And it's like a case of... that's what I can see, like full speed ahead. Right, so that's that one. Right, I'll leave it there so you can see it, okay. Now this one was upside down. Okay, for some, put it that way, right. For some it's going to be that the cups aren't going to be there, right. They're just not going to be there. I thought there was a train going to pass, but it'll pass as soon as I start talking again. I can see that people are going to be taking a step back from, now like they were bringing things to their elderly neighbours and stuff, so they're all going to take a step back, but the elderly still need a bit of help. They still need a bit of help. So we just need to keep an eye on that, and people have lost their jobs, so they're going to need help as well, you know. Oh, right. Wow, I can see that. I'm being told that now that, you know, we're coming out, and it's, for some it's full speed ahead, but some people, they're starting to grieve, you know, they're starting to grieve. They should have been grieving, right, but it was as if they put it on hold, and they've still put it on hold, I'm being told. It's as if they're still in shock of the way that their loved one went. Okay, the way the loved one was taken, right, and they couldn't get to see them and say goodbye, it's as if, for some, they don't even realise that they're away because they didn't see them. They've had a funeral, you know, they've had all the funeral and everything, but they're still numb of it. There's still a bit of numbness there, and they haven't really started the grieving process. They're bereaved, but they've not started the grieving process, you know. Wow, okay. I get this as some employers, and I get this as stealing, not stealing the jobs, right, but stealing the redundancy. Like they're you know, like say, their staff who've been with them for a long, long time. They've stole the redundancy. You know what I mean? Look, if you can see it, it's as if he's got a smirk in his face, if you can see that, right? I'll try and hold it up a wee bit. It's as if he's got a smirk in his face, and he's got, oh, I would say that's all the redundancy, right? And he's running away with the redundancy pay. You know what I mean? Which is causing a bit of tension. I don't mean attention, I mean tension within. I think, and I'm being told, and I get the feeling that it is a case of people are now having to fight. Some people are charging ahead and away, and you know, away on holiday and stuff. That this pandemic, this CV-19 hasn't really touched. They were all playing on TikTok and singing and dancing on TikTok, and now they're away on holiday. But while they're doing that, they're going to steal all their wealth. They're stealing all their wealth. This is for August. This is going to start, I would say, from August onwards, even into next year, where people are going to realise, they're going to start realising that, you know, even though they're away on holiday and they're having a whale of time, they're having a whale of time in TikTok, this is what these cretins were doing. These cretins were looking for a way of removing redundancy and, like, what was it in America? Did you call it severance pay? Right? Well, we call it redundancy here, and it's like a kind of lump sum you get for, you know, like say your redundancy. Right, so there we go. So I'm going to have a wee look at these. Gosh, there's two come out. Right, that's two. I would see that as in Scotland, as in Nicola Sturgeon, right? But somebody else has got, this has got absolutely nothing to do with it, but somebody in August is going to, so this is for people who are watching in the UK, right, who are possibly watching from Scotland. I think Joanna Cherry's going to try and steal Nicola Sturgeon's crown, okay? Now, if you're watching from America, you'll probably have, well, you might know, you might actually know who Nicola Sturgeon is. I might be kind of doing you a disservice here, but Nicola Sturgeon, for those who don't know, is the First Minister of Scotland, okay? Who has led us through this pandemic, whose government made masks mandatory before, I would say, the English government, okay? I know it's supposed to be the government of the United Kingdom, but we all know it's English government, okay? Voted for by England. I'm just trying to get the hang me for this. Well, I get this at Scotland. Scotland. And I get this is the Highlands of Scotland. I'm trying to figure it. I try to bear with me. I try and get this message, and then I'll show you the card. Alright, okay, I get it now. Right. This is Scotland and England, right? Now, for those of you who watch in the United States of America, I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful that you watch, because for the plain and simple fact, you're my audience, because obviously you're the core audience, okay? So if you don't know what's going on in the United Kingdom, right, look away now, right? And if you don't want to know, look away now. But Boris Johnson come up to Scotland last week, right? I think it was either Thursday or Friday, I'm not sure. And it's because the UK is in crisis. because the Act of Union, it's an Act of Union between Scotland and England, okay? So, polls are sitting, in 2014 to let you understand, right, Scotland was asked the question, do you want to be an independent country? And right then we said no. Well, I didn't say no, but the majority went with no, okay? But since then, all the kind of promises that were made to Scotland to secure that no vote were all broken, okay? And one of the promises made was about the European Union. If we voted no, the only way to remain in the European Union was to vote no, so people of Scotland voted no. Now we're being dragged out of the European Union against the will of the people of Scotland. So this card I get as being an absolute crisis. There's going to be a crisis in the UK between Scotland and England, because the people of Scotland want to remain in the European Union. Well, 62% do. I can't say all of them, okay, because I can't speak for everybody. But 62% wanted to remain in the European Union, okay? So for anybody watching in the United States, I think it was 1997, people of Scotland were asked in a referendum about devolution, right? If we wanted our own parliament, you know, and powers within it, and the answer was yes, overwhelming yes. But now the English government want to come and take our parliament, so that's what's pushing. It's a combination of things that's pushing, like sort of, you know, the polls are showing like 50, I think it's 54% was the last poll I seen for independence. And then Johnston come up, I will not even call him Prime Minister, because by God, I mean, I know some of you, I don't want to get into American politics, okay, even though I watch it, right, and I love watching it and everything, right, but there's certain people out there, I'll just say, who cannot stand Trump, okay, and there's certain people who can stand Trump. We cannot stand Boris Johnson up here. We don't like him, okay, and we make our feelings known that we don't like him. So you come up to the Highlands of Scotland, to the very, very top point of Scotland, where there's hardly any population, and he had, anytime Boris Johnson has come up to Scotland, he's had, at one point, I'm quite sure, no, I think that might have been England, that he hid in a fridge, okay, to get out the road to people. Or that might have been Matt Hancock, I don't know, can't remember, they're all as bad as each other anyway. So, from this card, this was enough of a roundabout way, right? This card tells me, and I'm being told, that the UK is at absolute crisis point, because the people of Scotland have had enough. And I can vouch for that, because I am in Scotland. Can't vouch for everybody, but those I spoke to who were firm no's, even before this pandemic started, and before that we were kind of dragged out of the European Union against the will of the people, even they are starting to say that it would be best to come back to an independent country. Scotland is an old country, okay, old. This is for August, so that's, I can say that's probably what's going to still happen and continue in, do you know, in, yeah, this was upside down, in August, right? Now, upright, as you can see, it's forgiveness, right? But it was upside down, so this is all about the people of Scotland, by the way. In general, it's generally people, when they realise what the governments have been getting up to, and I can see it's going to be the same with the United States. Whether you like the government, I don't mean it's just like, say, Trump or the Democrats or the Republicans. Individual politicians, like the politicians who are quite happy to make masks mandatory, encroaching in people's human rights, are not going to be, when there is an investigation into this CV19 and the findings, I am being told the people are, and I can see, I'm being told that it's even across the world, okay, across the world, are not going to be forgiven. They will not forgive them because people have lost businesses, they're going to lose houses, they're going to lose everything. People have lost loved ones. See, I can see that as being, obviously that was like kind of dying out, right? So I can see that as actually people. It's as if they've you know, they've died and then they were kept away for their loved ones. For what? For what? So people are not going to forgive. Not going to forgive. I still get vanity. I think this has come up in quite a lot, right? So it was, I don't see that as vanity as in showy and you know, look at me and look how much I've got. I've got that as, it's like, you know, people are reassessing what, you know, what is actually important in their lives. So, you know, like say going out for an evening and you know, they may have been rushing ahead and going away out and things, but they really are a bit more cautious. We are just kind of throwing money away. They're not as vain, because it was upside down, by the way. It was like that, it's upside down. And anybody that's in the UK just now will know, even if you're in the USA, you probably know the good old anti-Beeb, BBC. And I get that as being the BBC and how it's reporting. How I got that and how I jumped for there, I don't know. As soon as I seen impartiality. There is nothing impartial about this. This was all orchestrated, I'm being told. Orchestrated. And I'm being told that there is worse to come. This was a test, I'm being told. This was a test to see how subservient people could be. And by the looks of things, they were. So, and this is all coming in August. I can see the time frame for this is, you know, at least we're all upside down actually. So you can see it. Would it be upside down that way? No. God, what am I like? Right, so to recap, it was full speed ahead. People are starting to kind of reassess and kind of grieve, and you know, they were kept away for their loved ones. You've got unscrupulous bosses taking redundancy money, keeping people hanging on and hanging on and hanging on, and then they'll tell them there's no job for them, and then they'll keep the redundancy, or else have sacked them, or else they've done something that's absolutely shady, as we say in Scotland, absolutely shady. Because I see that as all, that's the boss, and he's doing a runner. He's doing a runner with the redundancy money. And this is all about Scotland and England. So, I got that the last time, I think, that, or maybe it was somebody else's reading, or it might have been somebody's actual reading that I got it in, who's into politics. So, and I got that Joanna Cherry is going to come for Nicola Sturgeon's crown. And this is all about the Act of Union and the union between Scotland and England, and I can see a partner for the waves, starting in August. It's going to start because I know people in Scotland are putting pressure on now that we're not going to wait any longer. So August looks alright. When I say alright, because people haven't realised yet that, you know, that they're still there away on holiday now, celebrating and going to the shops and everything, not knowing that this is all to come. This is all kind of being discussed in the background. with people discussed in the background. So I'll let you have a wee look at it, and then I'll show you my new cards that I got. I haven't used them yet. I just had a wee quick look at them, and they only came yesterday. So if you had a wee look, right, there we go, that's that and that, and that and that and that. I'll go through, because I've got loads of cards, but there's some I don't use now, some I just use privately now, but I will be using at some point, you know, and then I'll maybe go through and tell you what cards I like and what cards I'm not so keen on, right? Right, this is the new ones, if you can see. This is the Sacred Earth Oracle, right? Because I want to do some readings. I'm getting some messages. This is Zana that I don't want to kind of I don't want to kind of overwhelm you, right? So Zana's here, and we're going to be talking about the Earth and how it's shifted and what to expect now that the Earth, like, it's the only way I can describe it is it's kind of shifted its axle. It's as if it's shifted, literally shifted, okay? So we're going to get into that, but that's going to be kind of, you know, that'll be later, possibly August, or maybe try and start that in August, because I want to do other things now that the channel's kind of, you know, a wee bit more established. I only started it in June, right enough, and I'm grateful to everybody who has subscribed. Right, so this is the wee book that you get with it. Right, if you can see it, it's nothing kind of thing. It's just a usual wee standard book, right? The back, it's the illustrations that drew me. They're beautiful illustrations, and it's from, I think it's Tony Carmine Salerno and Leila J. Williams, and it's, as you can see, it's just a wee standard book that you get. You know, just randomly open the page, right? Oops, hopefully you can see that. But I'll not go through all the cards, right? I'll just show you some of them that really, I'll show you which one that caught my eye, that I really, really liked, okay? That really caught my eye out, and then I looked into it a wee bit more, if I can find it. That one. This one first, right? You can see it. The illustrations are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So it's like consistency, right? So it's a kind of, it's an oracle deck, okay? So if you can see, I think the colours in it are beautiful. There was a couple of cards that kind of drew me. I don't kind of go and kind of see, oh, I like this one and I like that. Cards have got to speak to me before I buy them. Here's the other one. I think I'd seen about 3 that I liked, that kind of drew me to the deck. They're beautiful cards. You can see it, but right at the end, look at this one. The wee inner child. See it? Oh, maybe the thing was, the lamp's shining on it a bit. That's lovely too. I told you it'd be right at the end. Yep, time. Yeah. And this one really spoke to me. So that's the new deck that you'll be seeing, possibly shortly, okay? Shortly you'll be seeing the new deck, okay? I'll put the wee book back, where did it go? So that's a new one. They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger, so they are. The only thing about cards I don't know, I don't really, see the bigger ones, I have problems shuffling at the best of times, but see, like, try to shuffle them, you know. Anyway, I'll leave those thoughts with you and this message with you for August, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.